And voters in Wichita are just days away from deciding on a $450 million school bond, a plan that supporters say will take care of those older buildings that were just too cold for students today.
But opponents contend the district has not proven the money will improve student outcomes. KAKE's Kate Devine is here with a breakdown of both sides of this issue. Kate.
Chris Deb, the bond would fund school renovations, safety upgrades, and a new career training center while keeping the current tax rate the same. Supporters say it's necessary to maintain quality education, while opponents say it's time for a tax break. The proposed school bond would fund new, rebuilt, and updated schools, addressing aging infrastructure, safety, and accessibility.
United Teachers of Wichita, representing the 4,000 certified educators in Wichita, we're excited to be part of the Yes for Wichita Kids campaign, and we really hope that everybody comes out to vote before next Tuesday.
But opponents argue the school district hasn't proven past bond funds made a difference in student performance.
I started to dig into it, especially the school district's claim that if we passed this $450 million bond, that it was going to see a huge improvement for our students. The answer is, of course, no. Harris
pushes back, saying performance data after the 2008 bond showed improvement.
I think that there's been a lot of conversation about assessment data, but the assessment data is also clear. After 2008, when the last bond passed, we saw an increase in the overall performance of students, despite the fact that the No campaigns cherry-picked some data that includes COVID.
Another point of contention, the impact on taxpayers. Supporters say the bond simply extends the existing tax rate.
The school district leadership has come up with a plan that doesn't require them to raise the tax rate that taxpayers have been paying since the last bond passed in 2008. It's a zero-rate tax change.
But Davis argues that if the bond fails, taxpayers will actually see relief.
If it doesn't pass, once the mill levy rate that was created by the 2008 bond expires, everybody will see a very much needed property tax break. We've got a lot of people, a lot of seniors, single parents, people living on fixed incomes who could use a property tax break.
Then there's the question of the district's reserve funds. Davis claims the district already has money available for repairs.
The superintendent has said anywhere from $20 to $40 million that they get a year, which that itself would be a large number. If you actually look at their 177-page budget, which is a public document, I encourage people to go look at it. You look at capital outlay. That's the section for actual capital expenses, buildings, maintenance, that kind of thing. If you look at all the expenditures in capital outlay, I mean, you can go see it for yourself. The number is not 20 or 40 million, it's 115 million.
Harris says that's misleading, arguing the district doesn't have extra money just sitting around.
I like to talk about slush funds, and unfortunately all he did was look at the district's financial page. It'd be the same as if they looked at our bank account the day that we got paid before we paid all our bills. So there's not $348 million, there's $41 million, which represents about 6% of the district's annual budget and only represents about 1 month of payroll.
With voting already underway and Election Day, which is Tuesday, February 25th, fast approaching, both sides agree on one thing. Voters need to do the research before heading to the polls. If passed, construction projects will begin within the next year and be completed in 5 years. We'll have a full list of places to vote on our website, kake.com. In studio, Kate Devine, KAKE News, on your side.